Hi, Vanessa. I wanted to point out a few things about this portrait. This is a very beautiful portrait done in the style of the old glamorous Hollywood lighting. It's very typical of the photographer George Hurrell. I'm going to show you an example in a minute. The name is spelled Hurrell, George Hurrell. Now, he, of course, used very complex lighting, but you pulled it off in an elevator. And what you should be aware of, how this is subject to outside influences. Now, you took this photograph just last year, so it's not really indicative of the time. It's indicative of the 1940s and 1950s. The lighting is specular. This, I'm going to show you in a minute. The typical kind of Hollywood lighting of the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. A lot of specular lights and butterfly lighting coming from above. Usually it's called butterfly lighting because it will leave a shadow down here. She doesn't have that. But you know, there are diffuse spots and there are hotter spots all over her body, and yet you know there's no loss of detail anywhere. And since the elevator had mirrors on three sides, the mirrors bounced enough light to give her this kind of spectacular edge lighting, like the edge of her neck here and the ear, the top for her bun, the bun of her hair. So very similar. Now check this out. Look at this. Greta Garbo. Look at this lighting. This is George Hurrell. Here's the spelling. So in a way, it's tough to judge your assignment that way because it is not typical of when it was taken. You're imitating a style of over 50 years ago, 60 years ago. So, and that's what it is typical of. That's the connection to the outside. So that's what I wanted to point out to you. The poses tended to be somewhat theatrical, of course. Her pose is not super theatrical, but still it's very elegant. The way her body is turned in one direction, like so, but her head is turned in the other direction. If she was just facing the camera head on, it would be too much like a mugshot. So it's always good to turn the body one way, the head in the other, or even both the head and the body in one direction, as long as it's 3/4, never full front. So I think we'll leave it at that. I wanted to point that out. Now, one other thing. You might have talked about color and black and white in the context of this picture a little bit, because no way would this be as great in color as it is in black and white. The elegance comes in black and white. Color, it's much more difficult to achieve black and white. Color stands for more contemporary, more casual, let's say. It's possible to do elegance in color, but black and white really emphasizes the lighting, the luminosity. So that's pretty much it, Vanessa. So I hope this kind of gives you a better perspective on things. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you next time.